Hey there everyone, it's Anthony, back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi, hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Usually I have you closer to me when we're on the road, but for whatever reason my camera mount, the new one that I bought, doesn't like to stick to the windshield as well, so I had to find like just the right spot. But anyway, so we're doing a little vlog today. We're headed out for a walk, stroll. We're gonna go back over to that reservoir that we went to a few weeks ago, the 7-mile walk one, just to get this boy some exercise. I need to put some good miles in. So we're gonna do that. And I figure I'll just chat with you while we're there. I stopped and ran a couple errands, picked up Apollo, then I went and got lunch. I went and got some pho, which was really good. So got that. I have a ton of leftovers, so I'll have that for tomorrow, because tonight we are going to Casa Bonita, finally. So I'll talk more about it when we get to the trailhead, but I'm super duper excited about that. Kind of just happened spur of the moment a little bit. So I'll definitely try to film clips of that. I don't know. We'll talk about it at the trailhead. But anyway, that'll be part of this vlog. I'll try to include whatever I can of that. And then, yeah, I don't know. After that, get home and do some diamond painting. But we'll talk all about whips and all of that stuff. But I just figured I'd do a little hello in the car. We're making our way over to the trailhead, so once we get there, I'll get the camera and everything set up and come with us for a little stroll, okay? We'll see you over there. Bye. Come on. Come on. You're such a little butt. Hey everyone. Next clip. Hi, we're here. We're here on the trail. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna put the noise reduction on just because sometimes the wind gets up in there, and I left the house this morning. Or I left the house today to go run around. I was like, oh, it's feeling nice out, and it's not bitter cold. So when I got, come on. So when I got packed up to come out on this little walk, I was like, oh, it's warming up, so I don't have to take everything with me. So I just have, this is a thicker sweater, and then I have a shirt on underneath, obviously, but I have that. But I didn't wear my boots today. I didn't wear my long socks. I just have my running shoes on with normal socks. And I didn't bring a hat. I just brought my little earmuffs. But then I realized, oh, if I'm gonna wear my headphones, I can't wear my earmuffs. I should have brought my hat. And I was like, it'll be fine. We just got started walking. I'm like, I am woefully underdressed. I could use a hat, I could use a second pair of gloves, I could use some long socks, because it's still I think it's 30 degrees, and I'm like, oh, it's nice. It's a nice warm day. So I think what we're gonna do today, instead of doing the 7 miles, because it's gonna start getting colder as the afternoon wears on, is we're just gonna go around this lake here and just do that. Come on, bud. So you'll come with me as I drag my dog around this trail. That's why it's kind of nice taking him to the off leash, because then he can sit and sniff something for 5 minutes if he wants, and it doesn't impact me moving forward. But this place is on leash only, and you've been on these vlogs before. I spend 30 to 80% of my time trying to coax Apollo to actually walk forward, But yeah, I hope I hope you're doing well. I got a, what is this? I think they called it Snickers. It was like chocolate and caramel, I think. And I've been getting my drinks with almond milk. Seems to work better for me. So I don't know if I have a dairy sensitivity or not, but I can say that when I drink regular milk, especially in like lattes and stuff, it does mess with the old stomach there. So come on. So yeah, you'll have to let me know how things are going for you. I'm gonna keep checking the mic to make sure that it's working, because this is the same walk where it pooped out on me at a certain point. But I did bring the backup mic, so I've got that clipped to me, powered down. So yeah, I got a news article fed to me. Was that yesterday or the day before? This company, DJI, where I got this mic set up from, they just released their version 2, their wireless mic set 2. And it's supposed to be, have some improvements and stuff. And I think when you film with your phone, you can connect to your phone via Bluetooth, so you don't even have to have the receiver. Come on. Apollo. Jeez. This dog. So yeah, you don't even have to have the receiver. So I don't know, we'll see. If I can keep these guys functioning for another year, that would be awesome. And yeah. But anyway, so I figured we'll just do, I was going to do the full 7 miles. I might bring him out and do that tomorrow, because today's Friday. It's my off week, so I have Friday off. So we still have Saturday and Sunday to get some miles in. So I'm like, maybe I'll just bring him back up here tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be even warmer tomorrow. And then I'll make sure that I'm appropriately dressed, because I am cold. That cold air is getting right down the back of my neck because I don't have a hood on or anything or a hat. I'm just like, okay, let's go for a walk. But by the time, we're already out here, I'm like, I'm not going to go all the way home and then back out again. It's like, I'll just bear it for a few miles or a couple miles. I don't know how long this loop is. And then we'll do it again tomorrow. But anyway, as far as life stuff goes, nothing really too crazy. Just work. Work was really good. It was a short week for me because we had MLK Jr. Day off, which was Monday. So I worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then I had today off. So I was trying to cram like a full week's worth of work into 3 days, which didn't really happen. I left quite a bit of stuff on the table yesterday afternoon that I needed to get done, but nothing was like do or die. If this doesn't happen, then things are going to fall apart. It's all stuff that can be done on Monday, but I just like ending my week having, everything pretty much buttoned down. And it just gives me the freedom to have like a stress-free weekend. Like I'm not thinking about work or like, ooh, first thing on Monday, get this done. Like I like to just know that, I wrapped up as much as I could. But I definitely left a few tasks pending. And so I talked to my boss about it yesterday at work, and she's like, Anthony, there's no such thing as a recruitment emergency. Like, everything is gonna be fine. And she has to remind me of that sometimes too, because I try, like, sometimes it's hard for me to just like walk away from stuff or let stuff sit. Like I like to just, if it means I stay late, if it means, the reason I brought it up is like, do you think I could swap my Friday off for Monday so I can work tomorrow and just get, I just need an extra day this week. Like a 3-day week is tough. She's like, no, enjoy your time off and like, don't let that dictate what days you do or do, it's going to be here regardless. So it's okay. She was like, if one of your hiring managers has a fit, then I'll talk to them. But there's nothing that can't wait on your plate right now. Come on. I was like, okay, if you say so, you're the boss. Because at first I was like, I'll just work, when I get off work today, I'll go get Apollo, I'll take him for his walk, and then I'll just log back on and work tonight. Like I'll work a few hours last night, and she was like, no, just no. I was like, okay. So it's nice to have a manager and an organization that I work for that's a proponent for work-life balance. Like when it's your time off, it's your time off. Like no one's asking you to go nuts. And once again, there's no such thing as a recruitment emergency. It's such a huge change from where I used to work. I worked there while I was doing this channel, but I worked at Dish Network, but I didn't work at the network side of things. I worked on the wireless side, which is like, they were trying to launch a whole new 5G wireless company. So I worked in recruitment on the wireless side, and that work environment was, I'd say it was probably one of the worst working environments I've ever been part of. It was just very much like metrics based and KPI based, and like there was no humanity built into that role whatsoever. It was just like production, results. Like no one cares what your name is, where you grew up, what your interests are, what you like about anything. Like no one cares about you. It's just, we'll print a report at the end of the week and that'll dictate, whether or not you're still here, essentially. And so that was a really rough job. I really disliked it. And that job, one of the main reasons why I decided to start to look for something else, A, because I was just miserable there towards the end, but B, my manager there, who, granted, she is the person that introduced me to diamond painting, and I did like her for the most part, but she was under just as much pressure to make sure that her team was productive. She was under just as much pressure for that. And so we had these KPIs that we had to meet of a number of hires per week and a number of like offers extended, a number of phone screens completed, number of resume reviews, and they would track all that stuff. So they would, like my manager would get on LinkedIn on my work account and like kind of stalk us and see how many profiles we were viewing and how many messages we were sending. And we had to hit these like outrageous numbers. Like you need to send 1,000 messages to candidates to headhunt them like per week. It was just something nuts. And so the expectation was that if you didn't hit those numbers towards the end of the week, then you just stayed until they were done. So there was nights where I was supposed to get off work at like 5 and I'd be there till 8 o'clock just messaging random people on LinkedIn. And it wasn't even, there was no intention behind it. At a certain point, I was just sending messages. I didn't care if they were in telecom, anything. If they looked even remotely like somebody in IT, they were getting a message. So I was just spamming people just to hit my numbers just so I could go home. Come on. let's go. And I guess what the absolute tipping point for me was after I got Apollo. He was just a little, just a little pup, and I was keeping him in his crate to come into work, and my manager decided that she was going to implement this new thing that if you didn't hit your KPIs, then you mandatory had to stay. I think it was like an extra hour or 2 hours every day. So, I mean, granted, we were salaried, but yeah, she was like, okay, well, your 40-hour week's going to become a 46 or a 48-hour week if you don't hit these specific metrics. And I told her, I was like, that was not part of my offer that I signed, that there'd be mandatory overtime based off of KPI. And no other recruitment team was doing that. So it was just something that she decided she wanted to do, because she was very, like, she wanted to be the rock star supervisor out of all of them. But I think she kind of took it a little too far, pushing her team too hard. And I was like, yeah, I got this new dog, and I got him with the assumption that my hours would be remaining the same. I can't leave him in his crate for an extra 2 hours a day. He's just a couple months old. And she was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, well, I'm telling you that I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not staying late. So it was a little uncomfortable. And this was her first managerial job too. So I think she was also learning, like, how to manage people. And I unfortunately had, was the one person I think there was like 4 or 5 of us on the team that it's just like, I can't do that, and I won't do it. So do I just collect my things? And anyway, she ended up backtracking on that, and they didn't implement that. But that's kind of when I knew, I was like, I gotta find something where I, the numbers aren't the only thing that's considered, And the other thing that was a bummer about that job is there was no special projects, or like, what do you really love about your role? Let's explore that. Let's give you some stuff that, will add value. But like a little side project, it literally was like, you scan your badge, you go through this churn style, kind of like cattle guard kind of thing, and you sit down, nobody says anything to you, you just hammer away, you get up and you leave, and that was kind of it. So yeah, it's nice where I work now. Not only is there not that pressure, obviously productivity is important, but it's not so numbers driven. But then I also get these really cool projects. Like right now I'm developing a new interview training guide, and I'm being offered to do some training courses on some new software that we're going to use to build out this training. So it'll be a virtual training. And our organization right now wants to make sure that in 2024, all of our trainings are accessible on mobile devices, so like iPad, phone, because we do have a lot of field employees and remote employees. So they're trying to utilize this brand new tool, and they're like, we'll put you through the training. And like that's all stuff that doesn't really fall into hiring or recruitment, but they have that investment in building my skills as much as I want to. So it's like a completely different life. So much more positive. Oops, I should put my watch on. That's not, hold on, I gotta put my coffee down. Sorry. Record outdoor. Oh, it started recording it already. Yay. I love when the watch does that. It's like, yeah, we know you were on a walk. You don't have to tell us. Okay, let's go. This is a pretty little lake. I love these houses here. just all around this area are some gorgeous homes, and then they get this beautiful view. I just love it. This would definitely be a neighborhood, like a dream neighborhood for me to live in. Just like I don't know if I could handle that much house. These houses are all pretty big. But if they had some smaller homes kind of up on these hills, you just get breathtaking views of the foothills from over here. So yeah, anyway, why did we get it? Oh, I was just talking about the 3-day week and how my boss was like, take it, you deserve it, get out of here. I was like, okay, there's still work to be done. But I appreciate it. She's so awesome. My whole team is just, or the team that I work with, they're just all fantastic folks. Sometimes, you know, the ball gets dropped a little bit here and there, me included, but we always recover well, and it doesn't have to sit with you like that. Mistakes don't define you, which is really nice. So anywho, so Casa Bonita, I signed up. So the way it works, and if you're unfamiliar, Casa Bonita is a Mexican restaurant here in Denver. I think there was another one in Oklahoma as well for a while. But it's been around for decades, like I think since the 70s maybe. And it's a Mexican theme, like a themed restaurant here in Denver. It's about 5 minutes from where I currently live. And it was famous not only for how big the restaurant is, like it's a massive space. It's in a strip mall, so you wouldn't think it's that big, but it's like the size of a grocery store, really, like as far as footprint. And they were known for just having wacky stuff. Like the theming is just really intense, like caves, and there's this big like 3-story waterfall that goes into like a pool, and they'd have cliff divers. Is usually like the high school swim team, you know, the divers would work there during the summer, so they'd be like, all right, and you'd come out and dive into the pool, and then they'd have a guy dressed up in a gorilla costume randomly, or someone dressed up in a gorilla costume that would run around the restaurant and just hassle you and give you sass. And then they have a show for the kids, a little arcade, old West photo booth thing where you put the costumes on and stuff. All sorts of random craziness. And so I used to go, maybe I've already talked about this, but whatever. I can't remember what we've talked about and what we haven't at this point. But I used to go there as a kid. Like we'd have someone would have their birthday party there. I think we went a couple times as like a school group, or just go as, just me and my mom, or, me and my aunts or whatever. Come on, Apollo, let's go. So, I hadn't been there in a long time. I went a couple times as an adult. People come in from out of town and they want to go to Casa Bonita, mainly because there was a South Park episode that was all about Casa Bonita, and so it gained a lot of fame through South Park. The creators of South Park are Colorado natives, and so it gained a lot of fame through that, but towards the end there, it was pretty run down, and their food was always pretty gross. It was cafeteria style. I think I have talked about this before. Cafeteria style, your nacho cheese was ladled out of a tin can. It was just, everything was like canned refried beans. Like it just was really bad. And so they closed during COVID and they never reopened. So the restaurant was put up for sale, didn't have a buyer right away, and then a couple people started coming out of the woodwork, but the creators of South Park ended up purchasing Casa Bonita. So they've been working on it for, I think, 2 years now, and it reopened this past June or July. It's only open via invitation. So you sign up on their mailing list and they'll let you know when you can book a reservation. So you can't just go in and book 3 months out or 4 months out. They tell you when you can, when you're allowed to book a reservation, and you're only allowed, I think it was, you had 2 weeks from the email to book your reservation, and it was only on specific days, only at specific times. So they kind of limit all of that stuff. And I don't know if that's a staffing issue, like they don't have enough staff to just support walk-ins, or I'm not sure what the reasoning is behind that, but you can't just walk up to the restaurant and be like, table for 2. It's invite only. So it kind of put a lot of people off. And to be honest, it put me off a little bit too, because I signed up well before they opened. They had their website open, I think that was January of 2023. Come on. So I've been on that waiting list for almost a year now, even since I've been waiting since before they even reopened. I've been on their waiting list, and it's taken till now. So it took a year for me to finally be able to eat there. So you can only imagine the frustration of people that were super excited, and then, 6 months, 8 months go by and they still haven't been able to go. And there was even people, when Casa Bonita announced that they were reopening, people didn't say how they were going to run their reservations. Like, does open mean we're just throwing open the doors and anyone can come in? So people were flying out to Denver, or road tripping out here, camping outside of the restaurant, thinking when they say opening day, you're just going to be able to walk right in. But then it turned out that it was by invitation only. So I know a lot of people got a little bummed out about that, and the shine kind of wore off of like, oh, Casa Bonita's reopening. Like, I think a lot of people are just kind of over it because it's impossible to get in. Come on, let's go. But yeah, so I was kind of over it too. I used to check my email like a couple times a week to be like, did I get anything from Casa Bonita? And then after about like 6 months of that, I just kind of was like, whatever. Like, I guess I'm just not going, or maybe eventually they'll just have you could like just walk-ins and then I'll get to go. But my excitement kind of faded, and then I got the email saying, hey, you're up. Let's get you in here. So yeah, we're going tonight. I wrote my roommate, Jeff. I was just like, hey, do you want to go to Casa Bonita? And so he and I and his girlfriend are going tonight. And the only times they had were like 5 o'clock, 5:15, 5:30, which I typically don't eat that early. And then it jumped all the way to 8:30. And I was like, actually, I'd rather do the 8:30 than a 5 or 5:30. So I was like, I'm going to go get myself some lunch, even though, we're 7 hours away from going to Casa Bonita. But I was like, that should be enough time for me to be hungry. And they have a new chef. And she actually has, I think, 3 or 4 Mexican or Latin American restaurants in the Denver metro area. She's pretty well renowned. So I'm hoping that the food is better than it used to be. But we'll see. I just kind of want to go and check it out, and I do want to film, and that's why I said I'm not sure what I'm allowed to film or not, because from what I've seen, like, I haven't seen a ton of people posting, like, on Instagram or YouTube, like, we got into Casa Bonita, here's what the menu looks like, and here's a tour of, all the stuff that they refurbished, and like I haven't seen a video like that of like touring or an experience at Casa Bonita. So I don't know if they have like a no photography or no filming policy in there to like keep the secret, you know, or like, you know, keep that you know, don't spoil it for people that haven't gotten to go yet. So I don't know. But if they do allow filming and photography, then I will be doing that and include it at the end of this vlog. So you can see what it's like. But if they don't, then I'll just do photos and stuff of the outside. And then on our next vlog, I'm sure I'll talk about my experience. So we just did one. So this loop is 1.25 miles. So let's do another one. That'll put us at 2.5, and then we'll see where we're at. So that's good to know. 1.25 miles to go around this whole thing. Good boy. Do you like it out here, little chilly dog? Come on, let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Are you gonna just let me kick you forward the whole time? Go, come on. Head up, heads up. I got behind forward. It's just like kneeing him in this little behind. Like, It's like, dude, come on. But yeah, he's a little investigative dog, which I guess is good. Oh, wait, the car's up there, so we haven't finished the loop yet. I thought that was it, but it's up here. So it might be closer to 1.5. I'm just sloshing coffee everywhere. I'm a mess. So that's Casa Bonita. That's happening tonight. And then, depending on when we get home, I'd like to get some diamond painting done tonight. And then tomorrow is taking Apollo out probably to this same hike to do the full loop. If not, we'll find somewhere else to go, but I'd like to go on something longer. And that might be a whip and jam. We'll see. It might also be a responding to your questions vlog, because I do have quite a few questions to get through already since the last one. And I don't know if I feel like doing a whip and chat or if I want to do an outdoor version. We'll see. So I'll have some kind of something filming, and then starting to pack up all of my clothes that I won't need for the next few weeks. I'm going to start getting a lot of stuff put into garbage bags and bins, get all of my skincare that I won't be using over the next few weeks, just get all packed back up. Just starting to get the house packed up. The landlord of the new place that I'll be moving to, he's coming into town because he doesn't live in the state. So he's coming in to do a walkthrough of the new place on Wednesday. And he's got somebody with him that is local that's gonna make a list of any repairs and stuff that might need to be done to the place. So he asked if I would be willing to meet them there. I work on Wednesday, but it's a work from home day, so I'm like, maybe I can sneak away during lunch and go meet with them if I need to. Otherwise, it'll have to be after work. But it would be kind of nice to go because I did have to put, a full month's rent worth of a security deposit down. And he was like, yeah, if there's, obviously if there's any damage and stuff, then, we keep that. But I'm like, okay, but what if there's like damage and stuff? Come on, buddy. From the current tenant, like, do I take pictures on move-in day and send them to you? So this might be a good opportunity to walk through with him and be like, yeah, I just want to make sure you're aware that, because the tenants that are moving out, they have a dog too. So I want to make sure that I'm pointing out, like, yeah, that scratched up baseboard, that's here. That's not my boy. So I kind of want to be there for that, but We'll see. Okay, so now this is where we really started. So 1.43. So yeah, I'm hoping that goes well. Apollo is there's so many smells that he wants to get to. Like, he can't even decide like which side of the path he wants to be on. He's just like, oh, over here, over here, over here, over here. I'm just like, wish I could get that excited about smell. But he like rarely has his head up when he's walking. It's almost always nose to the ground. Come on, bud. Come on, bud. Look at this beautiful view. Look up. See? It's pretty. So yeah, that's happening Wednesday. And then on Friday is when I'm signing the lease and giving first month's rent and all that stuff. And then that's on the 26th, and then move-in day is that following, is that a Wednesday or a Thursday the 1st? And I took that whole week off so I can get packed and moved and not have to stress about it. But I can't believe it's already, 10 days away. Feels like I just said, oh, it's a month away, and now I'm like, oh my gosh. Now it's real. It's real, and I'm scared. But it'll be fine. Right, buddy? It'll be fine. So, yeah. And then as far as content goes, I'll try to film some vlogs and stuff this week. But next week, moving week, after that, moving week, we'll see. We'll see what pops up on the channel. I have unboxings scheduled every Tuesday until I think the end of February now. So I'm okay there. All right, buddy. Buddy, you can't pull me like that. If you're gonna pull forward, not sideways. Ay, 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 ay. Apollo, give me a break. Give me a break, man. Yeah. All right. Hold on. I gotta keep him on a short leash. I can't walk like that. I'm sorry. I can't walk like that. Okay. So yeah, we'll have unboxings for all of February done. So that'll give me time to get settled and kind of regroup and figure out what the space is going to look like and where I can set up my crafting table and all that. And then we'll start getting back into it. But I'm hoping the temperature warms up a little bit for moving, but we'll see. We'll see, because it's not going to be fun to move in this weather and slipping and sliding on the snow, and but you do what you got to do. I guess I am the one that picked February. So we'll see how it goes. But Jeff's girlfriend isn't moving in until March, so even if it takes me a minute to get everything out of there, it's not going to be the end of the world. But I think I've said this before, I'd like a clean move where I don't have stuff in two different places. So we'll see. But yeah, my buddy Joe, future roommate Joe, he wrote me last weekend when they all went up skiing. He's like, oh, I just found out that, because the person that's moving out is part of their friend group. I just found out that he's coming up skiing this weekend too. And he said that this was going to be his weekend to start packing, and because they haven't really done anything. And as far as prepping, and he's moving into his girlfriend's house that they're remodeling. So it's not like they have to wait for their apartment to open up. Like, they have a house that stuff can start going into. They just haven't done it yet. And so, he's lived there for like 5 years now. So they are very hunkered down. And she's living there too. While the house, while they were working on the house. So he's like, yeah, he told me that he was going to spend this weekend starting to move stuff over because they've got so much. And I just found out that he's coming up for this ski weekend. And he's like, I'm like, okay, well, does this mean that I'm not moving in on the 1st? Like, do you think I should, because by now I've already, let the new landlord know, and he's under the assumption that I'm moving in on the 1st. So I'm like, we can't just do this, like, whatever he feels like, and whenever he feels like that. Like, the ball's already in motion. So does he need to tell the landlord that he needs another month? And do I need, like, I can't just be like, oh, guess what, I'm not moving in because they're not ready to go. It's like, it's too late for that. So, he's like, I'll talk to him when we're up skiing and see what his plan is. So he wrote me back and he's like, I committed to helping them move, this weekend at the time of filming this. I committed to spending the weekend to help them move, but they got another ton of snow up in the mountains, and I know my friends, and so if it's a good ski weekend, then everything else goes out the window. Like, all other obligations, any other responsibilities just completely get set aside to go skiing. So I know it's not going to happen again this weekend. So that's kind of another reason why I want to meet with the landlord at the house on Wednesday, to be like, do you think that this is going to be move-in ready in a week? Because I have a feeling it's not. And if it's not, when they need more time, then I think I should get a portion of my rent back if I can't move in, So, I don't know. We'll see. But I just wish the people that were moving out would actually, take that seriously. But I think because everybody's friends, they're just like, we'll move when we move. And it's like, that doesn't work if somebody else is trying to move in. So I don't know. But maybe Joe will put the heat on him and be like, look, like, you have to leave. You have to at least pretend that you're going to be out of here on the 1st. So we'll see. Come on. Are you fired up? You're trying to eat snow. That usually means you're fired up. What? He's like a tensed spring. I can just see the tension in his body of like, I'm ready to sprint. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, this mic still seems to be working. I mean, it's probably 29 degrees now and it's still working. So I don't know why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But what else is going on? I guess diamond painting wise, I took Satara to work and hung Satara up next to Polani. If I still have a picture of that, I'll insert it here. But yeah, Polani and Satara are next to each other at work now. And then Astronomer, I just did a couple colors on that over the past few days. And then Destruction from Distracted by Diamonds, no progress. And then Moose Lab, Moose, no progress. Main progress has been on, what is it? Borealis. Borealis by Henry Clive and Jada Gem Shop. That's where I've been spending most of my time the past few days. I haven't really been diamond painting that much since the last time I filmed a vlog, like not, yeah, just less. I think just because I'm trying to clean and prep to move. Okay, come on. Dude. Sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm just constantly complaining about that, but it's a constant complaint I have. But yeah, because I'm just kind of prepping to move and just trying to organize and all of that stuff. So I didn't really and work. So I didn't really get too much time to diamond paint the past few days. But I'm half a section away from being done with my next row of Borealis, and then I think I'll have 2 more rows. So I don't know if I'll get it done by the time I move, because it's just coming up a lot faster than I thought it would. So that might be my first finish in February, because I'll probably just have a few sections left of that, but we'll see. We'll see. And then as far as kitting up, I won't go over everything I have kitted up, but I will say that I now have Muted Sound by You May Art and Diamond Art Club kitted up, because I'm gonna do that one for my brother. It's like that DJ image. It's really cool. And so I went through and picked my enhancement drills that I want to do swaps for. And I started building my cart on DP with sparklers, like as I was going through and identifying what I wanted to swap. And I wasn't looking at, my computer is behind me, so I'd roll my office chair around, type in, what I wanted, add to cart, flip around, keep going. I just kept doing that, and then I got all done. And I was like, ooh, these are a lot of changes. I go to the cart and it's like $133, and I'm like, yeah. No, I'm not. We're not spending $100+ on enhancement drills for one kit. Like, I think the most I've ever spent on a single kit was Satara, and that was like $30-something. And not taking into consideration what I already had in my stash for enhancement drills. That's just, how much extra I put on. And of course I have a lot of extra drills from that kit that I was going to use on Muted Sound, but I'd have I'd only have half of what I need, so I need to get another bag of this or that. But I did have a lot of new colors that I was going to order, and some of them were big amounts, like big sections I wanted to do with sparklers. So I was like, no. So I didn't place the order. I was like, Anthony, get a hold of yourself. So I left that cart because I don't know when I'm gonna work on that, especially with the move. I'll probably start it. Dude, enough. You are now officially in me being annoyed mode. I'm not asking you to move forward now. You're just gonna do it. So yeah, I'll have Borealis finished, right? So that'll be done. And then I'll have Destruction, which is the next round I'll be focusing on, and Astronomer. So I don't know, it may happen sooner than later, but I'm not gonna order those drills until I take a second look at my enhancement selections, make sure that's really how much I want to be spending on swapping out colors. And I swapped out almost everything except for like a few colors that had a ton of drills, like the 939 or something like that. It's like a lot of background I didn't swap, but pretty much everything else I did. So I think I just need to hit the reset button on that and make sure that's actually what I want to do before I place that order. But at the end of the day, it is a gift. And so I don't mind spending a little bit more to make something really cool for my brother. I just don't know if I want to spend, you know, more than double the cost that the kit actually was just to, you know, do enhancements. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, so I kitted that up. So that's ready to go whenever I'm ready to do it. But yeah, I think once Borealis is done, then I'm going to focus on destruction. And then I have astronomer going, which is the square drill. And I know astronomer is going to take me past the end of the event. So once I have that done, then we'll see, because I'm trying to think about the question of reality paint along. So I don't really have any other plans for a square drill until I nail that down. But yeah, come on, bud. Did you hear that? You're pretty good at pulling. Actually, I'm the one that's pulling. I have to pull him forward. You're pretty good at anchoring. Oh, little butt. When I went to get the coffee shop that I go to is called Early Dog. And so it's like kind of dog themed. So I was like, I have my dog in the car. Can I bring him in? Because they've got like 3 different types of treats that you can give your dog. Come on, come on. You got a stick? That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. They have like 2 or 3 different treat bowls just scattered around in there. And she's like, yeah, go get him. So I don't think I've ever brought him in there before, so I went and grabbed him. She's like, oh my God, he's so adorable. And I gave him a treat. She gave him a treat. He was just getting loved on. But yeah, he got pampered today. And the other coffee place that I go to is a drive-through. And they always ask if they can give Apollo a treat. And they'll usually try to hand it to me. And I'm like, you can give it to him if you want. I'm like, okay. And he has the softest little, like, he just like ever so gently takes it out of their hands. And the last time he did it, the lady was like, oh my God, he's so adorable. And he's so polite, because he just kind of like just the tiniest of bites to get it out of their hands. He's just very calm about it all. I'm like, yeah, he's a gentleman sometimes, and other times he's a wild boy. Come on. So yeah, that was taking him over to the coffee shop today was nice, because they've never met him before. Do you want to just stand here and sniff for a minute? Because I think this is going to be our only other lap today. I know you hate that. So yeah, wow, you look very wolf-like right now. Apollo, yeah, you look very wolf-like. Yeah. You match the snow. You match the snow. Yeah, you do. Oh, I love you. Oh, big butt. Big butt, so what? Hi. Hi. Do you want to walk down near the water? Want to come with me? Let's go. You can't get in it. So yeah, that's diamond painting stuff. I got some Mooney Made trays in, so I filmed an unboxing of those yesterday after work, and that went up today. And that was really nice to see those. The colors are fantastic, so that was cool. And then, yeah, that's really about it as far as diamond painting stuff goes. Still need to work on my A Question of Reality research for that paint along. That's as far as we'll go, because I don't want you out on the ice. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. So yeah, still need to work on some research for that, just kind of do that casually. I mean, that's even something I can do while I'm hanging out with roommates or whatever. Like or hanging out with my roommate, if we're just like watching TV, I can start making some, casual notes on some different topics. And then, yeah, that's really about it. Hey, 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 hey. Is now really the time for this? You have to get one zoom in, huh? Do you have to get one zoom? Come on. Oh my gosh. Get over here. Get over here. Sorry. Oh, hey, 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 hey. Okay, you're on leash. It's not as easy. I'm gonna have a bruised hip bone. What else? What else is going on? The trying to be a little bit more health conscious thing. I mean, I haven't been better about what I'm eating, I don't think. I just haven't been like as hungry or like snacking as much or eating as much. And I think that plus the no drinking, I've lost, it was like 10.2 pounds or something. So I've been noticing that my stupid pants are getting loose on me. And I think that's it. It's not just from losing the weight, but just like where I'm losing weight. I think my waist has gotten a little bit smaller. And like maybe I'm just like less inflamed too. I don't know. But it's kind of getting annoying because I've never had to wear a belt to keep my pants up, and now like these pants are so baggy. And then when I put all my, like I have my camera batteries, I have my microphone battery, I have my regular phone, I have the headlamp, because at first I thought we were gonna do the full loop, so it'd probably start getting dark. So I have the headlamp. And so I've got all this like batteries and electronics in my pockets weighing them down. It's like completely starting to pull my pants down. And I'm like, ugh. So I've got to go get some new pants, some smaller ones. And I need to get a belt because I'm not going to replace my entire wardrobe or anything like that. Because I'm not doing that. So I'll probably get, and it's not all of my pants that are baggy, like some of my khakis and work pants and stuff that don't have like a stretchy fit or anything, they're still fine. But it's these outdoor like adventure, safari pants that have a lot of room to them, and they've got the cargo pockets and stuff. They're getting loose. So I'm gonna have to start wearing a belt when we do hikes and stuff because the pant legs are all starting to get kind of bunched up at the bottom. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna need to get a belt or get a smaller size, which is nice. That's a good thing, but it's also frustrating, frustrating situation. It is so pretty, so beautiful. What do you think? Are you pretty too? Come here. Are you pretty too? Yeah. Yeah, you are. You're handsome. You're very handsome. Yeah. I love you. I love you. We're not attacking each other right now. Nope, we're not doing it. Come on. Let's go. So yeah, that's something, I guess. It's good. And yesterday, like, I don't know, I've been noticing that my energy levels are kind of like this. So like, I'll get what I would consider a decent night's sleep and then I still feel very tired or just like randomly tired in the middle of the day, and then I'll get like a second wind, but my energy levels kind of just spike and dip, and I haven't been able to really track, what equates to what. But yesterday after work, I just had a bunch of energy, was feeling great. And then today, we woke up at our normal time, like about 6 o'clock-ish. I let him out, gave him breakfast, and then he came back inside. And I was like, let's go back and let's do like another 2 hours. So went back to bed, slept until about 8:30-ish. And today I was like, when I got out of bed, like officially, I was like, let's go. Like I was like severe, like I was like, I needed that little extra reset just to like help me, balance a little bit. But yeah, I've been like really hyped today. So Casa Bonita is going to be awesome. And let's see, we're looking good on time. The microphone still seems to be working. So yeah, maybe I need to just do a later start on my Saturday, whether that be my Friday for the 3-day or, Saturday for my 2-day, just to kind of recharge and have, just have a fully energized weekend. And we didn't stay up. No, I think I went to bed around 10 last night, so that's probably why I'm feeling so energized. It's like, well, you did get, 10 hours of sleep. That's probably why I'm feeling so good. And then, we're almost to the turn off, so, I mentioned this months ago, that Apple released a virtual reality headset called Vision Pro, and that launched. I didn't think it was going to launch until the spring, but it launched at the time of filming this. Today is open for pre-orders. I'm not getting it just yet, just with timing. I just can't. I can't afford that, and moving into a new place. There's just no way right now. Maybe in the spring or summer if they're still available. But I did build my cart just to see how much it was going to cost me out of the door for this thing. And I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. You can go online and look at how much they are. I think they're $3,500 just for the headset and then the battery pack. And I'm a glasses wearer, so, but my prescription's not crazy. However, I am a glasses wearer. So I wonder where this goes. Should we go this way? No access beyond this point. Okay, I guess we won't go that way. So my prescriptions aren't crazy, but if you have to get the prescription lenses for your headset, it's like an extra, like $150, $160 on top of that. And then they suggest getting the carrying case, which is like $100-something. So by the time you put on all your extras and then the Apple Care, I would absolutely get that for this because it's a new piece of technology and equipment. So I worry that it might be prone to some sort of breaking or some sort of defect. So I want to have the warranty, which is another couple $100. So, when you add it all up, it's like, all right, well, this is almost $5,000. Ow. Okay. Dude. For a virtual reality headset. But it just looks absolutely incredible, and I'm such a geek for this kind of stuff. I've lost how geeky I used to be, or how into new tech I used to be. If I was how I was before, I would have, regardless of my financial situation, I would have ordered it, But now I'm just like, it's not smart to do that right now. Even if it does sell out, they'll make more eventually. Like, it's not going away forever if it does sell out. So I'm just gonna wait until I can comfortably purchase something like that. And then we'll go from there. Or then I'll decide. But yeah, it started becoming available today at midnight. It's like, yeah, no, not for me. Not for me. So, So yeah, it just means I can't buy any diamond paintings for a while until I can save up enough for that. Because I think it'd just be really cool. It'd be cool to see if I can like open iMovie and like do my editing and stuff while just laying in bed and just looking up at the ceiling and have this big old screen to like in my glasses to edit my videos and stuff. That'd be so awesome. I gotta keep reinforcing these use cases that aren't that persuasive, but if I get enough of that the circumstantial evidence that I should buy it, then eventually I'll trick my brain into thinking that's like really necessary, you know? But I haven't quite gotten there yet, so I gotta get there. But anyway, look at how tiny the car looks from up here. Looks like a little baby car. All right, well, we're just coming around to the final turn here to make it back into the parking lot, but thanks so much for coming along. And I'll throw in whatever I can of our Casa Bonita dinner. I'll throw that in to the end of this video. I just don't know how much I can film or what I'm allowed to film or take pictures of or not, but I'll at least be able to take a picture of the outside. So, that looks a little too, there's a shortcut right there, but it's a little too steep and icy. I could see myself falling down. So we'll take the long way around. But yeah, I'm super excited to share what I can of that with you. And maybe we can talk about that experience. We could talk about that experience on the next vlog or whip and chat, whatever we decide to do. Okay, well, I'll let you go. Thanks so much for watching, as always. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. We did 2.8 miles today. Kind of short, but that's all right. Otherwise, yeah, thanks again. Happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye, 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 bye. Come say bye. Come say bye. Over here. Apollo, you're not getting out of this. Come here. Come say bye. Hop up. Good boy. All right, bye.